Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Diamond Cooper Show, coming to you live over the airways of YouTube on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from my hometown of Washington, D.C. Thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed so far. And if you're new to the show, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, and support your boy because I'm going to keep bringing you this content, and hopefully you keep rocking with your boy. Hope everybody is having a good day. I know most people are getting prepared for the holidays and stuff like that. So, hey, man, be joyous, be peaceful, and do what you do. And you know, we got to start the show off with the segment For Real. I'm sure you saw the descriptions and everything. We're going to get into a few things today. But we got to shout out breast cancer awareness. You know, all the females that surviving, that have survived, everybody who got somebody that's dealing with that. Shout out to Tanya, Star, all the survivors, moms, everybody that had all these type of issues with that. We support y'all. We got y'all back, man. I hope everybody is healthy and good for the holidays for everybody who's celebrating stuff. So the first topic today, of course, is For Real. DeMonte Gazee, safety for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was suspended for the rest of the year, including the playoffs and everything, for a hit Saturday before last when they played against the Indianapolis Colts. Like, the game of football, it's an impact sport. And all of these guys are so fast and they move so quick. Depending on, if you a corner and you're covering the wide receiver and he might run a slant or something or a drag route on you, so you might be behind him, you chasing them. So you're not going to get a chance to get to the ball if the quarterback put a perfect spiral on it. So you're going to have to try to separate player from the ball. If you're a safety, on this particular play, Michael Pittman Jr., the wide receiver from the Indianapolis Colts, he's the son of Michael Pittman Sr., who used to be a running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the day, for those of y'all who watched football, a while ago when they went to the playoffs a couple of times with Brad Johnson and everything, Keyshawn Johnson, back in the day, Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, Rondé Barber, those who watch football, y'all hip to these players, some of them Hall of Famers, you know what I'm saying, Super Bowl champions. DeMonte Gazee, he's a safety. And Michael Pittman coming across the field and he stretches out for the ball. So you're not going to get to the ball because you're coming from the safety spot and he coming across. So if you can't get to the ball, you taught as a football player to separate player from ball. So you got to hit him. That's football. Now, if you want to take it to the, defenseless receiver or whatever the case might be, okay. If you want to go with the letter of the law, all right. Suspend him a game. But you done took this man whole season, and he could be an integral part in the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, helping the offense, because the offense is anemic at best. Getting to the playoffs because they're in the hunt. You denying this man the opportunity to feed his family, to play football. I don't get it, man. What are we supposed to do, man? Is this shit going to be flag football in a couple of years? Like, come on, man. Look it up. The hit, DeMonte Gazee, Kazee, his last name, on Michael Pittman when they play Indianapolis. That's football, man. Even Brady came out and said that defensive players are being punished for offensive mistakes and bad habits. This is the GOAT. Brady is the GOAT. People want to talk about, Spygate and all. Man, bump all that, man. This man had to, if I know what the defense, if I know what the defense is doing, I still have to know that I have to put the ball where it needs to be. And Brady did that. He did it. Every time they needed him to put the ball where it needed to be, he put it there. So you can't take nothing from this man. And he left New England, went to Tampa, got who he wanted to get there, and then got another ring. So he's telling you that it's up to the quarterback to protect himself and his players. But the rules make it whereas the defensive player is basically forced to protect his opponent, which isn't high quality football. As a defensive player, my job is to stop my opponent, not to protect my opponent. That's not how that goes. That's not football. That's not high quality football. So when you got the GOAT coming out and telling you this, I don't know what's going on with the color. Sorry about that. For those, I don't understand why that's happening right now. But when you got the GOAT coming out and telling you, come on, man, I wouldn't put the ball in certain places when I played against certain players like Ray Lewis, because I know if I put the ball in a certain place, man, they're going to get hit and they're going to get a chance to get put out the game. And I need them to be in the game. So it's my job to protect my players. The NFL, with some of these suspensions and some of these fines and stuff, I understand you want the game to be more exciting. You want more points and all that, but that wasn't how the NFL was built back in the early 1900s. That's not how the game was built. The game was built on physicality, running the ball, playing defense, and making sure that you don't make mistakes. Yes, it's more advanced. You done incorporated all these analytics, but at the same time, it's still football, man. You got to stop punishing these dudes for playing the game. Don't nobody want to hurt nobody and put them out so that they don't get paid and can't feed their families. But at the same token, if they don't do their job, then they're not going to feed their family. They're going to get cut. For real. Let these dudes play football, man. If it's not egregious, let them play football, man. Transitioning to college football real quick, because I grew up. You see the banners. You see the hat. So, of course, I was joyous when Deion left San Francisco and came to my Cowboys in the 95-96 season, the last time we won a Super Bowl. Everybody know Deion the best cornerback ever lived. It is what it is. You got some honorable mentions like Darrell Green, Rod Woodson, Darrell Revis. You got some honorable mentions in there, but Deion, hands down, GOAT. He got the #1 transfer portal class again. Remember last year when he went to Colorado, left Jackson State, went to Colorado, he brought in 86 new players. Now he has a #1 portal class again, and now he has the positions that he needs. Now we got them offensive linemen and defensive linemen coming in. If y'all was watching some of these games last year when Colorado was playing, and you saw the energy, the aura, everything that Deion brought to Colorado, his son playing quarterback, his other son playing safety, wearing his number, the offensive line, the defensive line wasn't up to par. And he knew it, and he voiced it, and he kept it real. He kept it gutter. And he knew that he was a certain amount of players away from actually getting to where he wanted to go. Greatness isn't just something that's put on your plate. Greatness is something that is earned. And when you got somebody like primetime Deion Sanders, who epitomized greatness his whole career, high school, college, NFL, now coaching, you damn right he went in the portal. People want to come play for him now. The young homie Jordan Seaton, he was the #1 offensive lineman, #1, and he said he was going to Colorado, but now it's like he kind of on the fence, possibly trying Maryland, and Maryland is here, and it's a lot that come with that. People that's at home, it's a lot that come with that when it comes to recruiting. I mean, especially with the NIL deals and everything on the table. And a lot of these youngsters with the NIL deals, they giving 25% of their career earnings away. So a lot of these NIL deals was going on like it's no guardrails. So there's nobody governing how these NIL deals are going down. This is basically the representatives talking to the parents of the youngster, and then they coming up with these numbers and what they're trying to give them and stuff. And that's why you got to respect what Deion doing, because Deion got his marketing and stuff going on with his sons and his daughter, right, that play basketball at Colorado. If y'all didn't know, he got a daughter to play basketball to there. He's making sure they got deals that are locked in with establishments, whereas everything adds up. And then any way they need to be protected, they're protected on the business side. A lot of the NIL deals, they're putting the amount of money out there for the youngster that's playing. But if he don't play, he don't get that money. And if he does play, then if he makes it to the next level, he basically signing off 25% of his career earnings once he gets to the next level. And now you done gave up 25% of your career earnings while you're still playing. So the youngsters are getting messed over for real with the NIL from some, not all. But this is something that needs to be put out there, because the parents need to understand that when they coming at you with this money, don't just look at it like it's a lot of money, man, and I want to be able to take care of my family, and I want my youngster to do it, get the notoriety and get all of this and maybe get sponsors. Nah, don't sell your soul. You got to understand. Make sure that you got somebody on your team to look at the paperwork and understand what they're trying to do and what they're trying to do with the name, image, and likeness of your child. You can't trust just what's being said. You have to make sure you read and understand what they're doing and what they are making your child liable for. Because a lot of these NIL deals, it's just like families are just like, okay, we can just get this money, and we out of the ghetto, we out of the projects, or whatever situation that we in. You're gonna get that anyway if he got that talent. But you got to understand, you can't just go right into a deal because your son or your daughter is giving up part of their career earnings as long as they're in that profession. And this person ain't putting in no work, ain't playing no sports, ain't putting no ball in the hoop, ain't catching no touchdowns, ain't throwing no touchdowns, none of that. So we got to respect what Prime is doing, because Prime is giving, not only is he giving these youngsters the opportunity to be great on the field, he's giving the opportunity to be great men. And he was the GOAT at what he did. And he is giving y'all an example and a model, because his own children don't have none of those wild deals where they getting out on. They with KFC, Google, you know what I'm saying? All this. They even got him on there, man, cut the bull junk and pass one of them wings on the commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doing the California almonds, hit the little button in the almonds, dropping the bowl on. Like, he getting stuff and establishing stuff that his children associated with that's locked in money, whereas he know that they getting what they supposed to get, and ain't nobody getting over. So don't let these people and these collectives, the agents of the collectives, come to you and just have you thinking that this whole lot of money is just going to be yours. No, that shit is based on the performance of your child. That's what it's based on. If your child don't perform, you hit. So all that money you thought you was going to get, your child ain't going to get. So instead of just looking at it like you got to wait for your child to get some quick money and they can get everybody out of there, man, let your child go play, earn his keep, and make sure that you understand the information and the logistics that's in these contracts for you just take this money and thinking it's going to be okay. No, you're going to wind up having to give that back. You're going to be coughing up. Don't want to see it happen. And everybody that want to be critical of Deion, you need to understand and follow the model that Deion put out there for y'all, because he's showing you. Don't just take your platform and utilize it for yourself. Show your kids how to utilize so that they can get what they're supposed to get where they at now. Don't sell your soul for that stuff, man. Real life. Y'all remember Monday night, Seattle handled that business. Y'all remember the call when they was about to do the tush push, when Philadelphia was about to do the tush push, and Jason Kelce kind of moved the ball up, and they called him for a false start, and that y'all like caused Philly some opportunity to get some points. Seattle wound up winning the game. Jason Kelce was on the podcast with his brother called the New Heights Podcast with Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? You know that joint blew away more than that, than him and Taylor Swift and all that. I do your thing, bro. Taylor Swift was in the box cussing the when Travis ain't get a call in the end zone and all that. Jason Kelce kept it real, man. Center for the Philadelphia Eagles. Travis was basically talking like, man, they got robbed and all that. And Jason was like this, man, nah, man, stop, man. Nah. Like, I done got warned before about sometimes moving the ball. I done moved the ball just in the third. He say, man, I got my feet set a little bit too close to the ball. So when I reach down, I push the ball too far forward so that I can get a little leverage so I can hike and do what I do. He like, nah, man, we ain't gonna go with all that. The refs trying to outlaw the play and they trying to come at us because can't nobody stop it. He like, nah, that was my bad. And then he also talked about other teammates and everybody not playing up to par. You got to respect that, man. You got to respect when he a Hall of Famer when he retired. That's hands down. Jason Kelce, center for Philadelphia, Super Bowl champion, been there a couple of times, then showed out. If you pay attention to any time when he hiked that ball and he pull around the corner, the block for DeAndre Swift or Jalen Hurts when they doing run play, and you don't pay attention to who he blocking, how he be flatlining and pancaking niggas, they be having it on Get Up on ESPN in the morning. He be pancaking dudes. Man, Jason Kelce, for real. He like, man, nah, we ain't about the man go with no narrative and none of that. Nah, that's my fault. I did that. And we all hurting each other. Because he ain't had no choice. Exactly. He didn't have no choice, Guru. No doubt. Hey, sis, what's up, Anna? Hey, look, man. You know, I respect the fact that he ain't trying to take that role and allow the narrative to go on that, you know, they trying to come for them. And because can't nobody stop the brother. They call it the brotherly shove. Most people call it the tush push. But nobody really stopped the play. He like, man, nah, it ain't that. That was on me. He basically letting everybody know we all got to be accountable in this locker room and shit. And all of us know, man, Philly a good team. And anybody sleep on them, they gonna lose. Believe that. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all watched the game last night? Matthew Stafford and the Rams look pretty good. 30-22, beat the Saints. Derek Carr had some decent stats, but you know, wasn't nothing jaw-dropping. And he got it in the second half when they was already down. The game was already over. You know what I'm saying? But I got to shout out the young rookie, man. He started his college career at the University of Washington, and then he transferred and went to Boise State, man. Puka Nacua, man. 9 catches, 164 yards, and a Baja averaged 18 yards a catch. Shawty shattering the rookie catching yards records, everything, man. This is in Matthew Stafford is slinging that jump. But before we get to Stafford, it's the 4th game that he had over 150 yards in the season, the most in NFL history. And he's a rookie. Randy Moss, remember Randy Moss? Right? Randy Moss had 3 in 1998, his rookie year, and Jamar Chase had 2 in the season. The Rams still got Aaron Donald. It's basically a no-name defense. We really don't know a whole lot of the names. I can't even really remember the brother number 91. He in the inside with Aaron Donald now. He wreaking havoc. They traded Jalen Ramsey. They got a lot of youngsters without a whole lot of names. You can't even pick them off the top of your head. But they doing their thing and they creeping up. Now they're 8-7, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, they're 8-7. So they up ahead of Minnesota right now. So the playoffs started now. They'll play Detroit, but of course it's not done yet. So we can't really go there. Matthew Stafford had 328 yards, 2 touchdowns. They won 4 out of 5, and the only loss was the overtime loss to Baltimore. The Rams playing real good. Sean McVay deserves a lot of credit for his coaching job. New young team, new weapons. Cooper Kupp was hurt for part of the year. Now he's getting back into the fold. Demarcus Robinson is playing out, lights out. Calvin Williams is running that rock hard between the tackles, getting loose, getting big gains. The Rams, man, I don't know if you want to see, because Matthew Stafford is just like, man, he throwing that pill right now, man. You see the jump when he ran to the left and then he stopped and then he threw a little side jump, but it wasn't a side jump that went like to the left. It curved to the right, and man, we gotta pay attention to them, man. We got to. Speaking of wide receivers, speaking of Randy Moss, he came out and he had his Mount Rushmore of wide receivers. He said he was the GOAT. He said Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens, and Calvin Johnson. And a lot of people that, deal with nicknames and all that stuff, when we watch the games, Calvin Johnson was nicknamed after the leader of the Decepticons, Megatron. Megatron was a beast. He owes the single season yards record that a lot of people believe Tyreek Hill going to break this year. I'm hoping he don't get a whole lot against us this weekend, but that's another story for another day. Who's your GOAT wide receiver? Who's your best wide receiver of all time? As a matter of fact, who's your Mount Rushmore? And for those who don't understand what Mount Rushmore is 4 spots. Who your top 4? Your Mount Rushmore. 4. They're like this many. Why? Who your top 4 wide receivers of all time? I'm going to give you mine. And I'm going to pay attention to what y'all say in the comments. And I'm going to, okay, definitely up there. Dangy Man Cooper. Calvin Johnson was like a better DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is like the next Megatron. Like, okay, I'm with you on that, Guru. Like, DK Metcalf, he like the closest thing to what Megatron was. You look at him like physically, how he get down, how he be overpowering dude. Look at the catch that DK made against Philly when he was between them. Like, that's some stuff Megatron would have done on Randy Moss. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to give y'all my Mount Rushmore. Jerry Rice. Like, I don't know how many of y'all actually seen Jerry Rice play. Jerry Rice was a bad mother. Shut your mouth, man. It was actually criticism because he only ran like a 4.6 in the 40. But if you seen him play on the field, that nigga ran faster than 4.6. Route running, catch, big games. He got the most yards in the Super Bowl, got the most touchdowns. Larry Fitzgerald did break his single playoff record for yards and touchdowns that year when him and Arizona went to the Super Bowl and they lost to Pittsburgh when San Antonio Holmes caught that joint off the tiptoe. Big Ben threw it to him off the tiptoe. I know y'all remember that, who really watched football. Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin. You don't get the nickname the playmaker for no reason. See, Michael Irvin was the first possession physical receiver. Michael Irvin wasn't worrying about nobody coming up to line up. Michael Irvin wanted contact. He created contact with dudes. Like, Michael Irvin was the only wide receiver when he came off the line, he would hit your ass while he was running his route. And he catch it, 2 people on him, strong hand, caught it with his hands. And if he jumping up in the air, he used to cup that joint with the body, with the knee up, make sure that thing don't fumble out if it bounce. He changed the position. He created the possession receiver. Michael Irvin, number 2. Number 3, Randy Moss. We were the band jersey. We were supposed to draft Randy Moss, man. Jerry passed him up, and we drafted Greg Ellis, defensive end, 1998. Jerry already admitted that he regretted the stuff years later. Randy Moss came to Texas on Thanksgiving, had 3 catches, 163 yards, and 3 Bajas. That's touchdowns for those who don't know. 3 Bajas. Took it out on us. Had Randall Cunningham when he first started, then Dante Culpepper in Minnesota. Randy Moss was the most dangerous deep threat. Just get past somebody and throw his hand up. Quarterback already know. All they got to do is just let this joint go. Randy going to go get it. And he went and got it. Look what he did with New England in 07, 23 touchdowns. Broke the record, broke Jerry Rice's record for a single season. They went 18-0 until they met Eli and them, and Michael Strahan and them came up in there. Crushed them. And number 4, this might be surprising to some of y'all. Might not be. I gotta go with T.O., man. I gotta go with T.O., man. Like, people forget this man had a fractured ankle. Roy Williams from the Cowboys, horse collar. That's why they banned the horse collar, made it a flag and everything. Roy Williams used to be our safety. We drafted out of the University of Texas, Longhorns and all that. He used to horse collar tackle niggas, and that's why they changed the rule. He came back for the Super Bowl, had 9 catches, 126 yards, and was open when Donovan McNabb threw the pick in the end zone. I gotta go T.O., man. So I got Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens. But I gotta throw some honorable mentions because Megatron definitely is an honorable mention. Marvin Harrison, man. People forget how good Marvin Harrison was, man. With Peyton Manning, even before Reggie Wayne came in Indianapolis, man. Marvin Harrison was a dog, man. His son, Junior, about to get drafted out of Ohio State. He's the best wide receiver in the country right now in college. People forget Marvin Harrison, man. People got to put respect to Marvin Harrison's name, man. Marvin Harrison was serious. And it wasn't all that motion. You go over here, you go over there like everybody does with their receivers, like San Fran do with Debo, like we do with CeeDee Lamb, like Miami do with Tyreek Hill. Nah, Marvin Harrison was just right there, and you had to come get that work. And he put them numbers up. And speaking of Tyreek Hill, that's another honorable mention because we ain't never seen nothing like Tyreek. Let's just be real. We ain't never seen nothing like Tyreek, man. Tyreek is special. Tyreek is special, man. Quick transition to the NBA, man. I don't know how many of y'all watch the NBA on TNT, and y'all be checking out Shaq, Kenny Charles, and Ernie. But Shaq said that Steph Curry, greatest shooter of all time. Let's just give it to him. It is what it is. He said that Steph should be in the GOAT conversation. Who's your GOAT? Or who's your Mount Rushmore of basketball? The first Finals MVP was created in 1969. Jerry West won it when the Lakers lost to Bill Russell and the Celtics in the NBA Finals. He got the Finals MVP in a losing effort, 1969. GOAT. There was reports back in the day in the 80s, whereas they questioned some of the other greats who was playing in the league at that time. Who was the GOAT before Michael Jordan was considered to be the GOAT? They said there was none. Kareem, Dr. J, Kobe, LeBron. I ain't mad at that. They all was great. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't mad at that. There was never a such thing as a GOAT conversation until Michael Jordan came. That's the essence of it. There was no such thing as a GOAT, as the greatest of all time, until Michael Jordan played, even before he won. Larry Bird, who was the great white hope at that time, Magic was the one who came in the league as his rival from college in the national championship and then into the league. They gave Bird the Rookie of the Year, but then Magic went and won the NBA Finals when they came out after the 1979 season. And Magic got the Finals MVP when Kareem got hurt, and he played all 5 positions in the Finals. Larry Bird called Michael Jordan God and Jim Shorts, man. Come on, man. That shit changed everything. When he dropped 63 on Boston in the Boston Garden, yo-yoing like this in front of Bird and just pulling up and going up and doing whatever the hell he... Did y'all watch the 1998, his last game as a Chicago Bull? After he left, came back, won one, got another one, coming for a second three-peat, dropped 47. Scottie Pippen back was messed up. He barely could play. He was coming in, trying to play, trying to help, but he wasn't himself. Mike put the team on the back and beat Stockton, Malone, Hornacek, Byron Russell, Antoine Carter, all them dudes by himself. Undefeated in the finals, 6 finals MVPs, and guess what? Michael Jordan only got 1 regular season MVP. Did y'all know that? Michael Jordan only got 1 regular season MVP. Can you believe that shit? 1. 6 finals MVP. Every time he went to the finals, he got the MVP for that. But we all know that he was the best player on the floor in all of them too. And he had something personal because you got to remember, in 5 of those 6 finals, the team, no, my fault. 4 out of those 6 finals, the team he was playing had the person that they gave the MVP to that year. Look it up. So the GOAT conversation starts with Mike. What was the closest thing to Mike? If you watch Killer Instinct, cussing your teammates out if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, doing everything you can to win, taking the most shots, being the assassin, taking it on your shoulders, and making sure that if the game is won or lost, it's going to be on your shoulders. Kobe Bryant, rest his soul. When you talk about the GOAT, it starts with Mike. When you talk about who was the closest to that as far as epitomizing that assassin mentality, like every time I get on the court, I'm trying to murder you. I'm trying to dog you every play, offensively, defensively. We talking about all number 1, first team, all defense, the majority of their careers. I think Mike got 9, Kobe got 7. You feel what I'm saying? Always all pro every year. 15, 16 all-star games. Kobe got 18, 19 all-star games. Six finals MVPs. Michael Jordan only got 1. That shit's crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it. When I actually saw it, I was like, this, wow, Mike only got 1 regular season, Joe? Oh, but see, what's crazy is back in the day, the players used to vote on the MVP. And that's crazy because, like, if a player didn't like somebody, guess what? They ain't voting for him. That's messed up, ain't it? I'll give you an example. 1961, 62. I'm going to give y'all some history right here. Make sure. Okay. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 51 points and 25 rebounds. Think about that. 51 points, 25 rebounds. He played for the Philadelphia Warriors, 1961 62. Walt Bellamy was the rookie of the year, played for the Chicago Packers. He averaged 31 points, 19 rebounds. Actually, speaking about Wilt, that was the year that he scored 100 points. The year he averaged 1961-62, he averaged 51 points, 25 rebounds. That's the year he scored 100 points. Bill Russell, he won the MVP that year. Guess what he averaged on? 19 points, 22 rebounds. Now, 22 rebounds, Will averaged 51 and 20. Elgin Belder for the Lakers averaged 38 points, 19 rebounds. Jerry West, the logo, the logo, the NBA logo you see. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double. 30 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. And they gave the award to Bill Russell. So it's a good thing that they kind of changed the voting with the MVPs. This year, right now, Joel Embiid the MVP. But when it comes to the GOAT conversation, we all can say that Steph is the best shooter we've seen all the time. I won't put on no argument against that. He is the greatest shooter we've seen all the time. But GOAT, let's start with Mike, Steph. And as much as we love you, especially when you be putting niggas to sleep. When you hit that dagger, we love it, man. You box office, but GOAT, I think Shaq was just trying to big him up because Shaq even said he put him above him, and we both know Shaq the most dominant big man ever, man. Come on now. I'm not putting Steph before Shaq. Y'all are? Oh, man. Listen, before I get out of here, I got the jewels for the weekend. The other day didn't go so great. I know. Y'all might be a little disappointed in me, and I get it because I'm supposed to do better for you. So I'm making sure that this weekend, I'm doing better for you. I'm going to give you 2 picks for the bowl games tomorrow, and I'm going to give you some NFL picks for the weekend as well. Troy University, college football tomorrow in the bowl game, and the University of Utah, college football, Troy and Utah. Give up the points. Don't worry about it. And in the NFL, I got a 4-piece for you. Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence is supposed to play. This is a big spot for him, and he shows up on the road in games when he's an underdog. And Jacksonville needs to put a stranglehold on the division because Houston and the Indianapolis Colts are on their heels. They got a little bit of experience from last year. They understand what the playoff atmosphere is about. Every game for them is like a playoff game now. Baker Mayfield had an out-of-body last week with all them touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 380-plus yards, 387 if I'm not mistaken. That's going to come back down to earth. Jacksonville Jaguars. Tennessee Titans at home. Seattle coming off the upset at home over Philly. Now Drew Lock got to go on the road, playing against a Mike Vrabel team that plays good at home as an underdog. He has a 65% win percentage as an underdog at home. Seattle going on the road to Tennessee. It's going to be a little chilly, different climate. Tennessee got a good pass rush. I think it's going to be an uncomfortable day for Drew Lock. And I believe Derrick Henry going to bounce back from that 20-carry, 15-yard performance, worst of his career. Believe it's going to be some downhill pounding. Take the Tennessee Titans. The 2 matchups of the week. Which y'all know as December the 24th, Christmas Eve. Dallas Cowboys, Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins are a 1.5-point favorite. The Dallas Cowboys just came off of an ass whooping. And I don't care because I'm still sporting. And you see what's going on behind me. Emmitt Smith, all-time leading rusher. You see that star. You know what it is. 11-1 since 2020 after a loss. All my Cowboys. We just lost, right? Remember? Sunday at Buffalo. The boys show up. You don't even need the points. Take the Cowboys money line and plus your money. The other game of the week, the 25th, my auntie birthday, Christmas night. Baltimore Ravens, San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco's games that they win have been with a grave point differential. They actually beat my team, Philly, by a lot, 42-19, 42-10. They being crowned the Super Bowl champions already. And it's not even playoff time yet. And my man Lamar Jackson over here like, huh? For real? And what's crazy is my man Uncle Pete say, man, I'm rocking with Baltimore now, man. Because he a Commander fan, man. And he knows it's a rebuild. Magic and Josh Harris, they about to turn that thing around. They're going to be all right. But he said, man, I'm rocking with Baltimore, man. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to rock with Uncle Pete and them 5.5 points that San Francisco giving up. I do believe San Francisco's scheme and fourth quarter adjustments might allow them to edge them out and win, but I don't believe it's going to be by more than 5.5 points. So we taking Baltimore plus the 5.5 points. The Jews, college football tomorrow bowl games, Troy, Utah, NFL for the weekend, Jacksonville, Tennessee. Take them boys. I'm not going to mess it up for you. I don't put my money on my team, but I give it when I know my team is going to do what they're supposed to do. And this is a week that we're going to do it. So I'm going to let y'all get the money off of that. I'll get the money off of the other games, including Baltimore, plus 5.5. Shout out Ill Bill, taking care of the grill today, man. Them motherfucking wing dings was popping on the one. You know how we do. And the entertainment before and after the podcast, because we're going to get back to it when I'm finished tonight. Once again, shout out Breast Cancer Awareness, Tanya, Star, everybody in the family, all the sisters out there. Stay strong. We all support y'all. Thank you for joining me again. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Support your boy. I'm going to keep coming. I just want you to keep coming and messing with me. Peace and love.